Yeah, it's obviously tough coming back here after road trips. I think we've talked about it quite a bit. Obviously, a tough loss in Chicago, but I thought we did a good job bouncing back. I thought it was a bit of a slow start, and as the game went on, we got better and better. And that comeback kind of was sort of, I think that was like November, December-esque of us. So we felt comfortable where we were at in the third period, and a lot of positive things, and I think that second effort push for the dads, and happy to have them here. But that was a big win for us.
How unique is these types of moments where you have the dads in the stands and for the next couple of games?
Yeah, it's the first time for me. I've never done it. I think my dad's been looking forward to this for my whole career, and it's definitely unique. It's a blast. This trip's for them. It's not necessarily for us. So for them to come in the rink and see how we prepare ourselves, and how the coaches prepare us before games, and just to get a look in the locker room and stuff like that, it's a pretty cool experience. So it's pretty special trip.
Vegas isn't a bad spot to be bringing the dads on. Right?
Yeah, both places, Phoenix and Las Vegas. So I gave my dad a good pep talk, and told him to be on his best behavior, but also to have fun and enjoy it, and I'm sure he'll do both.
The schedule is the schedule. I don't even know what to ask. But is this a weird week? Like, he has around the road, he has to come back. I can't even imagine he went grocery shopping.
Yeah.
And back out again.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It almost just feels like we're picking up our dads and going back out again. But it was, it's kind of just staying in the moment, taking one game at a time. That's obviously a big game. I know the dads are here and stuff, but we actually have to focus on, these two big games against two tough teams. Arizona's playing a really good hockey right now, and so is Vegas. So we got to prepare ourselves for a big couple games for sure.
What's a successful trip? 3 points? 4 points?
4 points, of course. Yeah, absolutely.
So what's the next step, Mackenzie, in this team's progression?
I think just the consistency. We've showed that we can, beat the best teams in the league. But I've talked about this before. We get there, and then we take a step back or 2 steps back. We got to continue. When we get that opportunity at 500 or even more, we got to keep it rolling. We can't, take a couple of strides back. It's just all about consistency and keeping this thing rolling, and positive. Keep being positive and sticking with it. It's kind of been our motto this year, but it's just consistency for us.
When you see 41 games and geez, you're already halfway through the season, did that come up quicker than normal? Did it feel like it came up pretty quick this year?
Yeah, I think it certainly did. I think, especially with the way it started, it was obviously tough, and then we got ourselves back in a good position, and that's kind of how the season goes. Everything kind of flies by. You look back and you're already Christmas, and now it's going to be All-Star break. But you got to stay in the moment. You got to just take it day by day. But it certainly has felt like it's gone by quick.
You talk about kind of the next steps. If you were to look back at the first 41, where have you seen the most progression from this group?
I think obviously the overtime wins and those third period comebacks. We didn't really get that last year much, but we got those this year. But our starts are starting to get a bit better. We weren't really starting well. The progression with that has gotten better, but for us it's just consistency and sticking with it. It hasn't been easy for us sometimes this year, but we've showed compete and effort all year long. We just got to take that next step, and I think we can do that.
I should ask, what does it say about a guy like Jan Kuznetsov? Like, he goes out there with a second shift of his NHL career, bad bounce off of him. My heart sank for him, to be honest. And then he goes out and just plays really consistent all game.
Yeah, obviously really happy for him. He obviously worked really hard to get to where he's at and make the most of his opportunity. But this game, it's a funny game. The puck can do a lot of funny things, and it can challenge you mentally right off the hop. I guess for him, we just came back to the bench and you just forget about it. It's a bad bounce. Just wash that one away. I know it can be hard for young guys or guys, playing in their first game, but I thought he did a good job at bouncing back and playing a pretty solid, consistent game. So, I'm happy for him.